What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Come on in, come on in. Hold on, let me move this over a little bit so I can see y'all right. I'm sitting right. There we go. Okay, you know what? Hope everybody is good. I'm gonna share this live before we get started. Welcome to an all new episode of my podcast. It's been doing really good. I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm been doing a lot, and I'm very blessed just to do what I'm doing right now, and I'm just thankful that people are watching and tuning in and listening, and I love it, y'all. I love it, y'all. I appreciate everybody for just just believing in me, what I'm doing in my life, and yeah. So it's a blessing. Hold on, brother. I'm gonna bring you in a second. Hold on, man. I'm gonna bring you in a second. Share this live too, my brother. Share this live. Let me see. Yeah. So yeah, everybody. Yeah, well, I'm trying to put this information in for you guys. Let me see. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, boom podcast, man. We about to have a good time today, y'all. We about to have a good time. So it's gonna be fun today. At least it's always fun. I always have a good time with this podcast. I'm really excited of what's about to pop off. Especially 2021. It's a lot of good things that's happening for a lot of cool people. So I'm about to bring my guest in, and give me a second. I'm gonna share this to some other people. All right, let me post this right here. I'm going to share this live. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. I want y'all to definitely see what I'm doing. See what's about to pop off. Man, shout out to everybody that's been down with my podcast. I feel great. I feel blessed. People are seeing the growth of what I'm doing. And I'm about to bring the guest in, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. While I'm sharing everybody to come on in, come on. Share this live with me. While my guest is up in here, coming in. My brother, A Plus, what's good with you, man?
Man, I'm just big chilling, bro. Man, what's good with you?
I'm blessed, man. I can't complain, dog. I can't complain. Hold on. Y'all can't see me. There we go. There we go. Y'all can see me now. That's what's up, man. Well, welcome, man, to of course, my first ever podcast. This ain't the first episode, but this is my first ever having a podcast. And
Right.
I'm excited. It's a cool thing that I'm doing on this podcast. I get to talk to people like you, brother, and people that has amazing stories. Some things, some really serious stuff that's been going on with people, especially the pandemic and all that. Man, it's a lot. I get to talk to you, and we can talk about. And I'm glad that, man, this is my brother right here. This is like family. I mean,
Right.
dude, every time I see this cat, man, he shows so much love, and I appreciate you, my brother.
Most deaf, man. That's what it is, man. It's all about love and unity. You feel me?
That part right there, my brother. A Plus is up in here, y'all. Y'all need to, hey, if y'all don't know A Plus, y'all need to follow him right now, man. One of the dopest cats in, of course, radio. I mean, the dude be balling like, Kobe. I'm not going, he be balling like Kobe. He
Look
be trying
at
to
him.
do his little two-step on the court.
That's right. Hey, man, I was just talking to the homies a little bit earlier. Like, man, I need to get back on the court too. I hope, man. It's been a minute. It's been like forever since I got on the court. So, bring that back one day.
Man, invite me out, man. I want to ball up with y'all too,
Please,
man.
bro. You don't want it on the court, bro.
You said I don't want it?
You don't want it on the court, man.
Oh, man,
You'll
okay,
get
okay.
crossed up easy.
We'll save that for another day.
Most deaf.
No, but look, brother. First of all, I always ask this on my podcast in the beginning of any guests that come in. How you been doing this quarantine? pandemic. You can talk. You can say. I mean, what's going on, man? Talk to your boy, man.
I mean, the pandemic, to be honest with you, hasn't even really affected me like that, to be honest with you. I mean, other than, you know what I'm saying, doing the things that I, like to do, you know what I'm saying, from, hitting up the bar or whatever, you know what I'm saying, going out bowling, hitting the pool hall or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, I'm chill, I'm a chill guy, I go to work, I do my radio, and I'm posted at the crib. So I don't really feel like, it's affected me as much, outside of just, the other outdoor activities that's available out there in the streets. But you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. You feel me? I'm not, I'm living life without a fear. You feel me? Or at least trying to live my life that way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people out here with this pandemic, you know what I'm saying, their perspective on life is fear based. And you know what I'm saying, they just scared of people right now. And I'm not trying to allow that to, you know what I'm saying, dictate my life. So, I'm living my life as if, you know what I'm saying, nothing really occurred. Mind you, I'm taking precautions. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there wearing my mask and trying to stay 6 feet apart from people. But once again, man, my life has been moving. Ain't nothing stopped, and we still grinding. We pushing to the top.
Brother, I like how you put that, man, because one thing about you and myself, we haven't stopped doing what we love, like on some real.
Right.
And I think some people think that, and I mean, there are some people that's like really lost their jobs. They're not working no more. I get that part, like I get it, and like now everybody's doing like a plan B, like what should I do next?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like right now. I'm not trying to like throw the news under the bus and everything, all that, but the news is not good to watch right now because it's like it's everybody's paranoid.
Right.
People's
Right.
mad, people's upset, and it's like, well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, well, what the hell we supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like we gotta survive. Like I mean, for being black and in the hood and all that, we already know what to do because y'all, they not helping us out. So you got some cats out there doing, selling, drugs or doing what they have to do just to make ends meet. Like, of course, Biggie. There's another notorious documentary about to pop off on
Mm-hmm.
May 1st,
Right.
and I love everybody making it seem like, oh yeah, drugs is a bad thing. Think about it. You already know what I'm about to say, brother. But think about it. Like, who are the biggest drug dealers? And when you think of it, it's the pharmacy, the doctors, because they the ones that are pushing the products so they can get rich and we can still get sick.
Right. Right.
So the people that's not working at this time, I'm praying for y'all. I'm doing the best I can because I know it's hard because we still got to make ends meet. We have to do, we gotta get this bread. We have to, bro. Like we have to. Like I mean, I'm gonna give it. Like to me now, it's like every man for himself. That's how it is.
I mean, it's
Because
always been like that. It's
yeah,
always been.
always,
It's always been every man for himself.
always, brother. And I mean, you see how we have to like. We've been like, what is it? Marching and riding and stuff because y'all not understanding what the black culture is going through.
Mm-hmm. See,
But
go ahead.
what's
Go ahead.
up? No, go for it,
No,
brother.
I was just gonna say, my thing is, we over here trying to assimilate with everything that's going on within the world. And personally, I feel like, what I'm saying, we have to separate. You know what I'm saying? That's a generalized statement. But if you catch my drift, I'm saying? Like, I'm I'm all for inclusion, but I'm all for separation because there's a lot of stuff that, what I'm saying, us as a culture, we gotta get right within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like when we play their game, to be honest with you, the way the game is set up, there's no way that we win. So why play that game? You know what I'm saying? We
Facts.
got to create our own game. We got to operate on a different platform. You know what I'm saying? On a different frequency. You know what I'm saying? But that's easier said than done. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like not what you see. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
And look, I'm gonna tell you, you're right, brother. And this, I was just telling somebody recently. I said it's weird how well not even weird. It's a blessing like what the black culture does and what we do a lot. A lot of people don't know. We created a lot of inventions that people really would never expect that black people did, even though they don't want to say that. You know, like I mean, but we could damn near that you see everything that's surrounding us damn near around. We did it. Like we
Right.
did this. Our ancestors, you know, was building. They built the Capitol, bro.
Absolutely.
Like the slaveries, man. The slavery time they were doing all that. They was building for our future, dog. They built it for us, but guess what? They don't want to give it to us, man.
They don't.
They
They
don't
don't.
want to give it. They don't. They never want to give it to us, bro. So it's just like what you just said. You got to go out there and get it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
have to go out there and get it. Cause if you don't, because it's weird. Because I ain't gonna lie. You know, it's cool to have a job. It's cool to work for somebody. That's fine. That's cool. But if you keep working and you trying to get rich, you're not going. You're not. It's not going to happen. You helping somebody else get rich.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Absolutely.
the best thing I can tell you or whoever's watching is to go out and start your own business. It could be anything. I mean, right now that I love that in the black community with the food trucks, with the all flavor no grease, blue kitchen, trap kitchen. Those cats came from nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Growing fires.
showing us like, hey, we can do this. Like, you know, we can do this. Don't be afraid. Like, just do you. Like, I love Trap Kitchen's story when they were on like, a couple years ago when they first started on it. Fox 11 was talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
and Fox was like, yeah, these two brothers from Compton. That you know they one is a blood, one is a crip, blah blah blah, and you know they said, oh yeah, you know what? Instead of us gang banging and hurting people, let's do something positive. Let's do it right. Let's cook. Let's cook some bomb ass dishes.
Right.
And on the real, these foods are not no typical McDonald's, Carl's Jr. No, that's none of that. It's some 5-star like restaurant kind of stuff. You know, and so in my mind, what I'm trying to say is like it's a blessing to see our own people lifting up, doing something positive. You know, doing
Absolutely.
something because to me, it's easy for a black woman, black man to go out and sell cocaine or crack or meth or weed or whatever. You know, whatever it is.
It's
You
easy,
know,
but it ain't easy.
yeah, that part right there. Because like the ain't easy part is getting caught up, going to jail, getting killed.
Choices. It's some
The
choices you
choices.
make.
And see, that's one thing. That's one thing about. I know you. That's one thing you don't judge, brother. And same here. Whatever they do, that's their life. You feel me? Like that's their life. Like I'm not gonna be upset. I ain't gonna be mad.
Right.
You know. So, but to me, if you gotta go get it, go get it. Like real talk.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know. Don't just sit around and
Just know the
like
consequences and accept the consequences too, though. You feel me? You know
that
what I'm
part
saying?
right.
'Cause at the same time, we go ahead and we motherfuckers do what they do, and they want to be like, bump the police. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta play the game still. You know. And my whole thing is about playing the game, but not playing the game. Playing the game, but playing your game.
Okay.
Creating your own, creating it like you said, creating your own thing. You
That
know.
part. That part, brother. No, man, real talk, brother, real talk. Well, look, A plus.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about that one? I think it was a brother too, man. That with the EDD situation.
Which one? Which one?
I know it's a grip of, but
Man.
the one that got caught up, man, it was on. He got caught up. He was on the news. They found him. My man was living life for like maybe 24 hours, right?
Yeah. I don't even know, man. I haven't even heard about that, man. It's a lot of EDD scams out here. People turned up about that shit, but I ain't worried about that.
My man had some money, man. He was still my man still like I think three. No, he still a grip of people's EDD, man. My man was cashing out My man said, "Forget." I don't know how he did it, but that shit was great.
Right, right. Yeah, I don't know about it, man. I'm gonna have to look into it.
Yeah, you got to check that out, my brother. You got
Most
to check it
definitely.
out, man. Of course, 321 Boom Podcast, my brother. Of course, guest tonight, man. Of course, A plus, A
Yeah,
plus Z. That's
that's
what's
right. That's
up,
right.
man.
Mr.
I want,
Cheesecake.
man. I appreciate you, man. That's why I'm glad you on here, bro. Like you really support me, like 100, dog. Like
Bro, you
that's
got
some
some fire
real.
cheesecakes, man. What more can I say?
I
Since high
appreciate that
school,
for real.
class of '02.
Oh, there you go. Oh, two, man. I see
Shout out to the
Marcus up in
homie
here too,
Marcus.
man. Shout out to the homie Marcus one time. I see you up
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
brother. But look, man. So look, everybody that's watching, if you haven't heard of Accelerated Radio, man, you are slipping. You need to go check it out right now because this brother got his own radio. He's been doing the radio thing for a long time, and of course, the CEO Kevin Nash, man, put him under his wings. Like, hey, brother, I want you to be a part of something that's going to be amazing. And brother, it is, man. That this is the best thing I think I ever seen. Of course, our own people doing for us, And but brother, man, what made you want to start doing radio? Like what? Like what's like? I would like to hear the story if you don't mind, and hopefully, I'm not trying to get you in trouble or nothing,
Nah, you're
but
not
just,
gonna get
just
me in
you know,
trouble.
break it down a little bit, man.
Nah, you're not gonna get me in trouble at all. I mean, how people say sometimes things just fall into your lap. For the most part,
Yeah, yeah.
that's what radio did. I mean, to try to make a long story short, I just remember in high school, ninth grade, it was a computer class. I don't know if you remember the homie Chase. Remember the homie Chase?
Oh yeah, I remember the homie
Yeah, the
Chase.
homie
Yeah,
Chase.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll never forget. It was computer class. It was like first period, and I came through with my little Sony Discman or whatnot, and I had DJ Clue CD, The Professional, Part One. And Chase was like, "Yo, bro, let me see the book, man. I'm trying to see who produced this song." And I'm like, "Yo, why you want to know who produced the song?" He was like, "Yo, that's the person that made the beat." And I was like, "Oh, word, for real? Okay." So I started looking at the credits myself. I started reading the book or whatnot, and I'm started recognizing like artists that I thought were just like rappers or singers or whatnot, that they're producers themselves. You know what I'm saying? Artists such as like Swizz Beats, Timberland, Pharrell. You start realizing like, yo, these cats actually make beats. They're more than just artists or whatnot. And one thing about me growing up listening to music, I didn't realize how much I was in love with the beat. I didn't care too much about the lyrics, You could have been
Mm-hmm.
saying A, B, you could have been reciting the alphabet, but if it was a hot beat, that song was fire, you feel me?
All
So
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
from that point, I was like, yo, that's low key what I want to do. I want to become a producer. I want to be a music producer. I want to make beats. Fast forward, graduate from high school, going to college, and I figured, hey, I'm gonna study in some sort of music or something. You feel me? I get to college, I major in music, right? But
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of going through the halls of the college, and I'm not seeing what I feel what I'm supposed to be learning. For example, right? I'm not seeing no studio equipment. I'm not seeing no boards or anything like that. So part of me gets a little bit discouraged, and I'm just like, I'm kind of just going through life. I figured like, hey, I'm in college. Let me just, go through the classes and just do my thing. I have a conversation with my sister one night. We talking about life. We talking about future. And she's like, yo, since you like music so much, why don't you intern at a radio station? You're in college right now. And I'm like, yo, I never thought about that. I never
Mm-hmm.
even considered like working at a radio station, interning at a radio station. But when she asked me that question, it was like a light bulb popped in my head. And I was just like, yo, man, I never really thought about it. And I didn't have any set plan going into what I was trying to pursue. I just knew that I grew up listening to the radio and I love the radio and I love music. So I figured, you put yourself in that environment, you just may never know what could happen. So I
Of
remember
course.
that particular day, man. I remember going to I was gonna transfer. I was gonna transfer from one college to another college because after doing some research, I found a school that had the program that I was looking for. Some paperwork fell through, and I ended up staying at the college where I attended that, which is Cal State LA. And Once again, that was a discouraging moment, but that was the moment where I decided to switch my major from music to business, because I
Okay.
realized at that point that you can major in anything else, but with business is, it's open to any industry. You feel me? I have a business degree. I
Facts.
could tap into anything, whether it's entertainment, whether it's food, whether it's, I don't know, nonprofit community work. You know,
Yeah.
your business. That black and white. What's in between those lines. You can make something of yourself. So I switched my major to business, and I went to my major. Every major has like a little like an office, you could say, right, where you can speak to the dean of that particular major, and they have like a little booklet of just resources, right, careers, jobs, internships, and stuff like that. So I remember flipping through the thing, and there was an internship available at 100.3 the beat at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Remember,
Okay.
mornings with Steve Harvey and them.
Of course. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that radio station, for those, what I'm saying, who aren't from LA, you know what I'm saying, you could probably consider that real 92 right now, but it was an old school station back in the day. But I went ahead, I applied for the internship, and boom, man, I ended up getting the internship. And I remember during the interview they asked me what you call it, what department do you want to be a part of? And at the time, I kind of developed this little reputation at my school as like this little, this party guy and whatnot. I knew about all the functions, I knew about all the parties, all the clubs and whatnot. I was the party line. People would hit me up and be like, "Hey, yo, A plus, man, what's popping tonight?" You know what I'm saying? I know you know. And you know what I'm saying? I was tapped in a little bit and whatnot, but I enjoy spreading the word. So I figured, hey, let me get into the promotions department. Not really having no plan. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna get into the promotion department and do my thing.
Yeah.
That's where I worked with the likes of Chuck Dizzle. I'm pretty sure people are familiar
Oh yeah,
with
that's
him
the
right
homie.
now on Real 92. I interned with him. I interned with man, there was this local cat by the name of Chipmunk, legendary cat.
Oh yeah, I remember Chipmunk. Shout,
You know
shout
what
out
I'm
to
saying?
him too.
Man, it's a lot of names I can't think of right now off the top of my head, but you know what I'm saying? It was a dope experience, man. I did it for about 6 months. We would go to various spots in the community, set up the little tent canopy or whatnot, set up the sound system, have our t-shirts on, you feel me? And we, you know what I'm saying, set up the mic system, and we talking to the community. We like, yo, it's your boy A plus, you know what I'm saying, 100.3 the beat, you know what I'm saying, come through, get a CD, passing out CD singles, doing giveaways. Dope experience. Did that for about 6 months. I'm still a student, I'm still in school. Um, and after that, I just kind of just started looking out for other internships at radio stations. Secured another internship at Power 106. You know what I'm saying? There, I was doing more of the business side of things. I was behind the scenes. You feel me? I wasn't necessarily doing, I wasn't out on the field. I was doing, as they say, the business side, right? I was in a department called the traffic department where I was doing a lot of data entry. One thing about radio, what a lot of people don't know, is a lot of the money comes from advertisements. Same thing with broadcasting from TV and stuff like that. So it's important for these commercials. I know a lot of people hate to hear commercials, but what I'm saying, a lot of these these radio stations and a lot of these these TV stations, these TV networks, they get a lot of their money from advertisements. So basically all I was doing was just charting when certain ads came in at what time. You feel me? We had to report that type of stuff. So I got to see the behind the scenes aspect of how radio stations work. Right now, I'm gonna give y'all some real stuff too. Right, the real money makers in radio is the sales department people. Right, because everybody wants to know how radio stations make their money, right? And for a lot of businesses, for that matter, it's the sales department. So those individuals were the individuals that was always suited and booted. When you go to the radio station, everybody's lit. You know what I'm saying? You could be in your t-shirt and your jeans or fitted caps and all that. It's a party. But for those who was making that bread, who was bringing revenue to the station, they was always suited and booted. So, that was one thing that I definitely learned from that. And my last internship was at a radio station called 90.7 KPFK. I secured that through one of the professors at my school. At the time, what I'm saying, while I was going to school at Cal State LA, what I'm saying, I always knew that she promoted this radio station. So, I ended up taking a class. It was a Pan-African Studies class. I'll never forget. Shout out to Dr. King. And, I just was like, yo, I've been trying to pursue this radio thing, not necessarily knowing what it is that I want to do with it, but, I'd love the opportunity to just, be a part of it. And she was like, come on. So, you know, I was their line producer. You feel me? I was the guy behind the scenes, kind of like what I'm somewhat doing now. Basically, kind of keeping their. We tapped in.
Yeah, we good. We good.
My bad, my bad.
It's
Um,
all good. I get it, man.
no, no, no. So yeah, I was just behind the scenes keeping the show going along. If somebody called in, I'm like, yo, this is such and such from, you know, La Habra, California. You know what I'm saying? So on their side, while they're hosting the show, they'll realize like, hey, this is such and such from La Habra. You know, you calling such and such, whatever. If it was 5 minutes left before a break, you know, I let them know it's 5 minutes before a break. So I had a lot of experiences, you know what I'm saying, within the radio station. And then while I was in school, I was also working in the nonprofit sector, uh, doing
Okay.
community work, you know, volunteering or whatnot. And you know,
Yeah.
I built a lot of relationships within, you know what I'm saying, within that network, within that space. And an opportunity came up to basically be an after school program coordinator teaching kids how to do radio, right? So, you know, with my nonprofit experience and the experience that I had with all my internships at all the radio stations, you know, some individuals felt like, you know, I'd be the perfect individual to, you know, to run the program or whatnot. And the instructor just so happened to be Kevin Nash. Boom. That was already
Wow.
kind of like a dream come true, so to speak. I wouldn't say it was a dream because it wasn't like, you know, like I said before, it wasn't like I was trying to pursue radio off the jump, you know. But I do remember growing up listening to him on a nightly basis. You know what I'm saying? Back when it was 92.3 the beat, you know, the night now. So I felt like it was a dope experience, and just, you know, having the opportunity to actually teach kids how to do radio, teach them what I like to call an alternative skill, something that I feel like shit, people our age, our youth, we need to learn more hard skills. You feel me?
Yeah.
Other than just, you know, it's one thing to go to school, you feel me, arithmetic, that's cool and all, but you got to learn, you know, some hard skills, you feel me? And I don't think the kids at the time, you know, in high school, I don't think they realized the value of that type of program. Um, but you know, it was still dope for them to be exposed to that, you know. So it was a dope experience, and you know, they went from learning how to research a topic to how to present a topic, from them picking their songs, and you know, having a theme alongside playing their music, and just having stories to report on. I think, you know, it was a dope experience, and you know, did that for about what, I don't know, it felt like maybe like 3 months or so. And Kevin Nash pulled me to the side and was like, "Hey, yo, I'm thinking about actually turning this into a full-fledged radio station, because Accelerated Radio was just initially just, you know, his little program, you know, teaching kids how to do radio."
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
he was just like, "You know what? I'm gonna really, really open it up to the community, and I'm gonna actually, you know, obviously it's gonna come with a fee, but I'm gonna turn this into an actual radio station." So, I mean, that's pretty much my story in a nutshell, how I got to radio and my experience. But man, like I said, man, it just kind of fell into my lap. You know, it was a path that I can say that I just continued to pursue, even though I didn't even know where I was going.
No, man, I like how you put that, and I want to like go back a little about where you were saying about the behind the scenes of radio, the marketing people,
Right,
you know, they that yeah, so I have I when I was going to Power, and that was not for just going for radio, it was just going up there, you know, cause selling my cheesecakes and all that. And when you said students high, that was the main people. Cause
right.
I like to me, a lot of people don't know commercials, like advertisement for commercials and all that. It's expensive, man.
It
It's
is.
expensive, and like you said, that's how they get paid. That's how the radio get paid is through commercials. You know, like so, like when I was going to Power 106, every time I was going up there, I would be like, man, what? I'm like, who is these random people? Because you know, it's funny. In our minds, we're thinking like, man, this is a goofy ass place, dog.
Right,
Like everybody having fun.
right,
They don't give a fuck about
right,
anything. They
right,
just
right,
having a good time.
right,
You know, and man, when you see the suit and tie people, you looking like, well,
exactly. Whole different
Who the
vibe.
who is these people?
Right. Whole different
Like
vibe.
is it? I mean, is this like what's about to pop off? I mean, is there a wedding going on up here?
Absolutely.
I mean, on some real, and so those are the main people you definitely want to talk to, especially if you're trying to get yourself out there. If you want to like promote something commercial, because they broke it down to me, and at the time I was like, oh well, I don't have that kind of money, like
Mm-hmm.
to like really put myself out there. But when I hear the word publicity, I mean, like yeah, people like really like telling your business, but it's for free. Like easy publicity. There you go, publicity, dude. That's the best thing ever. You know,
Absolutely.
like I mean, I know it's better. Like the people that's behind the radio stations is pretty dope and all that, but when you can get that free publicity, dog,
Mm-hmm.
like, and you didn't have to come out of pocket, like that's a key right there.
Right.
That's a key right there, bro.
Absolutely.
And so to me, a lot of people don't know about radio. Like they people really don't know. Like to me, everybody thinking is like, oh, well, you wake up, you listen to them. Okay, yeah, that might be the main person that's over,
Mm-hmm.
for that show at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, he don't own it. Like they don't own it. Like it's the people that's behind the scenes that owns this building or own this radio station.
Right. Right.
Like I mean, I heard so many different stories of like how people created. Like how oh, how can I get on the radio? Blah blah blah. Like I love, like I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those. I would call up there. I would call and just try to, because I really love radio. That's how much I love radio. I'm like, dude, I would love to do this. Like this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
But when I met Big and like Big Boy, and I met Kool-Aid at the time, it's a process, bro.
Yeah.
It's a process. Like when you
Right.
said that, like that internship, it's like that's just the start. And
Absolutely.
it hopefully you can get that.
Right.
Because most of the time it's like I'm telling you, I heard so many stories, bro, and it's like, okay, now I get it. I get how everybody from Kevin Nash, from him being on KJLH, to Accelerated Radio, his radio station. I mean, it's a lot, bro, and I mean I appreciate it. And I ain't gonna lie, I miss like going live on the station and all that. That's why I say what, it doesn't hurt to venture out and try new things. Like this is my new adventure right here, man. It's my podcast show.
And that's dope. I'm
You
honored. I'm
know,
honored, and it's a privilege, bro. And
it,
what's funny too is a lot of people do ask me like how can I get a podcast started and all that. And bro, what you're doing is how you get it started. It's as simple as that, man. Like if anything, the pandemic has a lot of people pretty much in the house or whatnot, and a lot of people are gravitating towards social media. A lot of people are being entertained through social media. You know what I'm saying? You look at D Nice. You know what I'm saying? This guy has,
yes,
I don't know, it seems like almost 3, 4, 5,000 people tapped into his Instagram live. He's DJing. You feel me? And
yeah,
people are grooving to it or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's so many platforms. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily need the whole brick and mortar. I mean, that's cool for ambiance and all that. But if you just want to simply just get a message out there, boom, you got Instagram Live. There's Facebook Live. I don't know if you can go live on Twitter or whatnot, but you know what I'm saying? There's Clubhouse for those who got the iPhone or whatnot. There's so many platforms, People
yeah.
want to
You're
talk.
right.
People want to share their stories. People want to spread information, Start there.
And brother, I'm glad and I appreciate you acknowledging my podcast because I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. The last couple of years, people were like, "Man, you should do a podcast." I was supposed to do a podcast with people. I was supposed to do a podcast with myself, and I used to always avoid not doing it. I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like, because everybody say you need this, you need that. I mean, if you really want to be professional, I get that part. That's fine. But I look at like what you just said. Everybody is doing it right now. Like I mean, you see, Fat Joe got his own show on here. You got of course the Zawus, they doing their thing, in Atlanta now, I mean, you have so many people that say, you know what, Instagram is giving us a platform where we can actually speak our minds, tell people stories, and really, get to know that person when when they go live. It's the cool thing I love about it. Social media is paying people to
Yeah.
do this, and that's cool. Like that's cool
If
right
you
there.
got a following, yeah, for sure.
If you have a following, but if you don't have a following, I'm gonna tell you like this. I hate this part, brother. When you don't have a follower, it's like it's irritating, dog. Because
It's
I
part of the
used to,
process.
yeah, of course. I don't know if you remember. And I still do it every year. I do my spring break live mixes on. I used to do it on Instagram. I'm sorry, YouTube. On YouTube. Yeah, I did it on Instagram. I started on Instagram, but they kept they kept cutting my music off because of the copyright. I get that part. That's fine, you know. But that's what irritates me, man. Like you're very talented. I'm very talented. Can we get farther? Like, can we get more further in life of what we do? Because it's like I don't like I said, I'm not knocking the heavy hitters out there. DJ D Nice, happy for brother. I'm happy for him.
Right.
You know, DJ Artistic. He's not even that big, but he's doing this thing. To me, they're holding it down
Right.
for the clubs right now. And I love that part. But when
Right.
I DJ on, like when I was DJing on like YouTube and all that, like YouTube, it took them a couple of years to really catch on and say, man, this dude, he don't own none of this music.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just cut everything off, brother. They cut everything off. And
Right.
so that's what irritates me, man, about,
Well,
doing what you really love to. And
well,
it sucks, man.
using other people's platforms, though, you know,
That's you
that's the
yeah,
one thing.
yeah.
And when we're talking about music, a lot of people want their money. A lot of people are they're getting their business senses up. You feel me? So a lot of people are very I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but they're very secure in
Yeah.
what it is that they produce or what it is that they present. You feel me? So they don't want anything just played for free. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna play it, like, what I'm saying, I need a cut. That's just what it
No,
is. So
of course.
because you know that, now you got to find a way around that. You feel me? You can't let that deter you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go ahead and play your music on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on whatever, on their platforms, then you gotta utilize the proper channels in being able to utilize that, and that means
Yeah.
get licensed. You know what I'm saying? Get licensed, go through the ASCAP, go through the BMI. You feel me? And then boom, pay your dues, and you could go ahead and do that, and you ain't
I,
got to worry about no hiccups. Hey, where there's a will, there's a way. Know
yeah.
that.
Hey, man, amen to that, my brother. I'm definitely taking this information with me now because, like, to me, I love how everybody say, man, I love when you DJ. I love when you do it, and it makes me feel good.
Yeah,
It makes me feel
absolutely.
good. Like, I DJ, I'm going to say my biggest event that I ever DJ. I DJed so many cool things, man. I was on MTV, man, when I DJ Eazy-E's daughter, Aaron Wright,
Oh,
so, that was fun, bro. Like, that was a fun experience, but I did not get paid for that, man. But I definitely got, of course, Big. He linked out for me, dog, and I didn't even know he was gonna do that, bro. Like he advertised it over the air.
right. That's
That
dope.
it, it that blew my mind because I'm like, I didn't even ask him to do that. And
How'd
so
you
to
even get that
me,
connect though?
you said what?
How'd you even get that connect with Big?
Dude, I'm gonna break it down. A lot of people don't know the main story between me and Big Boy. So I want to say this is when if this is when Power 106 just had it was New It 2. Like, it was not the New It 2 mix, it was just New It 2.
Right.
So at the time, it was a lady by the name of Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Mostly everybody know who Kool-Aid used be on the radio and stuff. Shout out to
Right.
Kool-Aid one time.
Right.
And so I used to call up there, and just to, say, hey, can you play this song? Can you play that song? Boom. And then I told her, every time I threw the, music out there, I said, look, they call me Mr. Cheesecakes. I've been making cheesecakes since I was 8. Boom, boom, boom. And so she was like, well, look, I want you to come to the station,
Look
and I
at him.
want I want you to bring me a cheesecake. And at the
Okay.
time, yeah, at the time I met DJ Koki. Shout out to DJ Koki too. So I met him, and so I went. Yeah, I went to the station, went to Power 106,
Uh-huh.
and met Kool-Aid, met DJ Koki, and Kool-Aid was like, "Well, look, it looks good, but I'm gonna definitely tell you how it is. The next day, I want you to call back up, and I will, definitely give you how good the cheesecake is." So in my mind, brother, I'm looking like, oh, this is easy, man. Like, okay, like that's it. Like, okay, for sure. I'm gonna sit back, relax. And so out of nowhere, I called up there the next day, knew it too. It was the same time, 2 o'clock. I called up there and I said, hey, can I speak to Kool-Aid, blah, blah, blah. And I said, this is Mario's cheesesteak. And she was and they were like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. Put them on hold and I'll come. Now, just remember, she was live, bro. Like, this is live radio when I call. And
Right.
so I'm calling, so she gets on the phone. Now, I'm not on the air at the time, but she gets on the phone and she's like, hey, Mario, Mr. Cheesecake, man, that cheesecake was good. Like, oh shit, like you really put your foot up here. I'm gonna tell Big Boy and blah blah blah. Everybody up here about your stuff. So I said, okay, for sure. So it was like one day out of nowhere where I was faithfully listening to Power 106. I still like listening to them back and forth, you know. But yeah, it was somebody that called up. They wanted some tickets for something, and it was a manager that worked at one of the cheesecake factories.
Okay.
And so the manager, like, he was like, yeah, man, no, Big was like, hey, man, can y'all slide me some of them cheesecakes, to the manager at Cheesecake Factory.
Wow.
And so out of nowhere, he was like, the dude was like, yeah, I got you covered. And so Kool-Aid was like, hey, hold on, Big. I got to tell you about my homeboy, my big homie, Mario. Man,
Right.
this dude, he brought a cake for me recently. Man, our family killed that cake and like real quick. It was good. And so Big Boy said, oh, for real? For real? He said, how he's, for real? Okay, for sure. We're gonna have to get him up here one day. So out of nowhere, I get a random phone call, dog, from I didn't know it was 213 area code. And this is when Boost Mobile was very popular with the chirps and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So out of
So,
nowhere, I'm like, okay, let me pick up the phone. Who is this? I'm like, yo, who is this? Hey, yo, this is Kurt. And I'm looking like, who the hell is Kurt? I'm like,
right.
Kurt. They say, yo, this is Kurt. And I'm looking like, Kurt? I'm like, big boy? I said, hell yeah, it's me, man. What's going on? I was like, dude, like, wait a
How you
minute,
know it was Big
like,
Boy though?
his voice,
Oh, his
dog.
voice.
I mean,
Okay.
I told Big Boy he cannot, he can't never phone tap me, dog. Because I
Ever.
know his voice so well. I don't give a damn if it's serious.
Old
He's
Luther
thinking,
Lufe ass.
I'm be like, you said what?
No, I said old Luther Lufe.
Yeah, they can't phone tap me, bro. I'm telling you, because I know I'm good at voices, man. Like
Right.
if I know your voice, like, oh yeah, that's A+, man. He can't fool me, man.
Right.
But yeah, so he called, and so I'm looking like, oh man, like, oh, what's up, man? Like, I'm a big fan of you. Like, man, you my mentor. Like, I've been looking up to you as a DJ, as just being a radio personality, all that stuff. And so he was like, oh, for real, that's what's up, man. And he was like, well, I heard about your cheesecake from Kool-Aid. Can I get some, some cheesecakes?
Hell
I
yeah.
was like, for sure, that's cool. And so, he set a date up for me to come up there. And out of nowhere, went up there. I was in the green room. Everybody know about the green room. It ain't really nothing special. So I'm putting it out there. It ain't nothing special. It's just a
Right.
name.
Mm-hmm.
But they had. So yeah, my mom was with me at the time. Rest her soul. My mom, I love you, mom. And she was with me. We was in the green room just talking. Now this is the part that I love, man. So my moms was just being, mothers be mothers. I get it. They're not trying to make you feel bad or anything. But my mom, and I know anybody can vouch for me, any mom out there, when they say, "Well, baby, don't feel bad if you don't, get anywhere with it or whatever, or get whatever you have to do." Because I told my mom I was gonna be on the radio
Right.
that day, and we're just in the green room, like we're just chilling. I got the cheesesteak in my hand.
Right.
I'm smiling, I'm cheesing. I'm like, yeah, this. I'm on Power 106. This is off the chain.
Hell
And
yeah.
so out of nowhere, Big Boy comes out. I meet him. I meet Luscious Liz at the time. Liz Hernandez. Shout out to Liz Hernandez one time too. Joe Grande, that's on. I think he's on Fox Sports FM. I want to say he's on there. And Fuzzy Fantabulous. So I met the whole morning crew at that time.
Right.
And so out of nowhere, Big comes out and he said, "Hey man, this how he did. This is how he did when he came out. And he's like, man, shit, y'all. Like, man, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, mother? He just cussing in the hallway, but they off air. And so
Right.
out of nowhere, Liz was like, "Hey, Liz, you got it." Like, no, Liz told Big, "Hey, no, don't be cussing. His mom is here." And Big's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And my mom said, "Oh, it's all good. It's okay. I'll be cussing too."
Right.
And so out of nowhere, Big was like, "Oh, so you the one that makes the cheesecakes, man? You've been holding off on me, man. What the hell, man? Like, give me my cake, man." So he was acting like he was all mad, but he wasn't. So he looking at the cake. He met me. We chopping it up, and out of nowhere, Big is like, "Hey, you know what? Hold on. I want you to follow me." So we're following him. We're walking. And in my mind, I already knew. I'm like, "Oh, shit. I'm about to be on live radio." Like, the whole LA, like Southern California, whoever at the time is gonna hear my voice.
Right.
And I knew that shit, bro. Like, I knew it. It was just in my heart. And so I look at my mom. I'm looking at her, and she looking at me like, "Oh, shit. Like, my son was right. Like, he's actually, but he's about to go live on the air." We actually sit in the area where Big Boy is doing phone taps, and everybody's in the studio. I meet DJ E-Man. I mean, all these cats that's over Power 106 when it was popping, because it was between Power 106 and, like you said, the Beat. It was like them two. It was rivalry at the time of like who's the best radio station. And so Big was sort of like on his already like out there, but he was not out there like that.
Right.
Like people know who he was when he did the billboards and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, when I we sit down in the studio, and Big told my mom, "Hey, you can get on the mic." My mom was like, "No, I am scared. I am scared. Like, my son, he is ready. He wants to do this live thing. Boom. He's prepared for this." And
Absolutely.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yes. Like, I've been waiting for this. It's like power, dog. Like, oh, like, it's amazing, And so I bought them. It was the Reese's cheesecake and a Snicker cheesecake.
Fire.
I bought them two cheesecakes up there. Man, they had a ball. We're live on air, dog. We're live on air. I'm talking.
Legendary.
I mean, shout out to everybody from Palisades and Westchester that heard me on that day, man. And dude, it was magical, man. Like, it was like the best part, man. And that's why I fell in love with radio, man, because I'm like, dude, this is fun. Like, this is fun. This is a good play. Like, it's like a safe haven, dog. Like,
Right.
to me, like, when you, like, I definitely I want to talk to you about the takeover, man. Like, your radio countdown show is dope. But before we talk about that, but yeah, like that was like I love telling that story, but that was like the end of the story. How I met Big Boy, like, it was just so cool, and like how we just been. There's more stories, bro. I mean, I can sit down with you another day and talk about that too, man. But that's how I like got the connection to be cool with Big, man, because he and one thing about him, humble. He is a humble dude. If you ever met Big Boy in the morning, A.K.A. Kirk Alexander, man, he is one of, like, humblest. I mean, he might be funny on air, but hella humble, bro.
That's what's up.
Hella humble.
That's
So look, bro, we got like 10 more minutes, man, to the show. But I want to talk about, of course, on Accelerated Radio, the takeover. There's so many dope shows on Accelerated Radio. Plus, you can check out my past shows that was on there. More music, more funny, and of course, Too Cool, Too Funny Radio. So you can check that out. But right now, we're gonna talk about the Takeover Countdown
yes,
Show
sir.
with
Yes,
A
sir.
Plus, man.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the countdown, brother. Talk
Know what
about
you
it,
want
man.
to know, man? What you want to know?
Dude, I mean, oh man, I mean, oh man, I'm trying to think. So look, to me, the takeover is it, of course, is it a top 10 or a top 20 countdown?
All right, so it's a countdown show. Let's break it down like that. Initially, you know what I'm saying, the show started off at 2 hours. But the powers that be had to, what I'm saying, cut some costs and whatnot. So, we went from 2 hours to 1 hour. So we used to be a top 10 countdown, but now we're a top 5 countdown. And basically, what I'm saying, every week, we come up with, a different themed countdown. A lot of the countdowns are, inspired by, the particular guests that we have coming in on the show or whatnot. Or, it could just be, something that, we want to listen to some 90s hip hop, tonight. You feel me? And that's what you're going to hear. You're going to hear a top 5 countdown. Of course, it's hosted by myself, G-Lo Smooth, and Big Homie Quan. And what we
What's
do is,
up?
yeah, and what we do is, man, we actually we switch weeks. We alternate weeks in producing the show. So although it's our show, the takeover, each week will be, my show, or the next week will be Big Homie Quan show. The following week will be G-Lo Smooth show, but it's still the takeover. You get what I'm saying?
I like that. I like
So,
that.
in this particular week, I'm gonna come up with the countdown. I'm gonna book the guests. I'm gonna create all the promo material. It's all on me, right? It's my show within the takeover. You get me? And that's what we do, man. We have fun with it. As far as guests go, we do more than just music artists and whatnot. If you're a business owner, if you're just shit, man. If you cooking food, man, you making cakes like DJ Big Mac, you can come on as a guest. You could be a car mechanic, and come on to the show and teach folks how to, if you see that light come on in your car, what I'm saying, this is what you need to do. We'll bring anybody on that's gonna provide, what I'm saying, any type of information. You got a business, something that you want to promote, what I'm saying. You come on to the show. And that's like us kind of giving back to the community as well. So we don't charge nobody to come on as guests. If you're doing something productive, man, we'd love to have you on the show. But it's an hour. Each week is different. We call it the takeover because if you kind of pay attention to all the shows within the Accelerated Radio Network, there's this theme, there's this vibe. It's positive. For lack of a better term, you know what I'm saying? Very uplifting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're the takeover. We do what we want to do. So when you hear us, we're taking over the studios and we're playing whatever we want to play. If we want to go ahead and play some rock music, you're going to hear some rock music on the takeover. You feel me? It's not
I
just
love
hip hop. It's not just R&B. We want to go ahead and play some country music. Hey, you may hear a top 5 country countdown. You may never know. But for the most part, we try to keep it hip hop, R&B oriented or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of reggae, dance hall. So, man, we have a ball, man. We have a good time, man. And as I like to say, man, the door is always open. So even if you want to just come through, hang out, check us out, man. You're more than welcome to come through. Just tap in with, what I'm saying, myself, Big Homie Quan, or G-Lo Smooth.
Man, I'm definitely taking that offer on me. You already know I'm coming up there, man, pretty soon. It's got to,
Yeah, man.
you know me. I'm doing everything right now, man. I'm just trying to get, figure out what the hell I'm gonna do next now.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm long overdue for some cheesecake, so I'm definitely gonna tap in onto the Cash App. I see that right there, pinned right there down on the bottom. So,
Oh yeah,
if you can, man, shoot that menu out real quick one more time for your boy, man. And then, hey, you know what I'm saying, come through this Wednesday if possible. You know what I'm saying, that'll be dope.
Okay, yeah, brother.
All
You
right.
already know, man. So look, I do have a question. So
Yes, sir.
what's the good and the bad of the show, the Takeover Countdown show? I mean, like the main thing I'm trying to say is, who was the best guest you ever had on there, and who was the worst guest you ever had on there?
Um, man, every
It ain't no hate. It ain't no
yeah,
hate. I
yeah.
just
You know, I can't say that there's ever a best guess or a worst guess. I think every week is a different experience. There's guests out there that you have a ball with, and then there's guests out there that you're over here trying to pull something out of them. Um, um, man, every week is dope, man. All the guests are dope. Uh, all I can say is, man, just it was dope to have Compton AV come through. This was years ago, though. Uh,
I remember that episode. I
that,
remember
that,
it,
that was
bro.
some years ago. And it was for me personally, you know what I'm saying? Being a wrestling fan, we had the opportunity to, at the time, interview a WWE superstar at the time. She went by the name of Cameron. That was pretty dope. Um, as far as worst guests, I'm not gonna put any names out there, but there were guests that have come through the doors, and I found it very interesting that you come to promote whatever it is that you're promoting, and when we ask you these questions, you know what I'm saying, so you can go ahead and talk about what it is that you're promoting. You're just very tight-lipped, you know what I'm saying. You're not really expounding upon what it is that you should be presenting. But other than that, man, every week is dope, man. I love everybody that steps into the doors.
That's what's up, yeah, man. That's what's up, my brother. And everybody, you got to definitely check out the takeover. It's every Wednesday
Every
at
Wednesday night.
10. And what's going on?
Every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 to 11. It's only 1 hour. So
Okay.
tap in acceleratedраdio.net, man. If you got a computer, if you're in front of a laptop, go to the website Accelerated. That's ACCELERATED, acceleratedраdio.net. And also, you know what I'm saying, we all have cell phones. If you got room in your cell phone, download the Accelerated Radio Network app. And basically, you know what I'm saying, when Wednesday comes on, you just open up the app and boom, it just automatically plays. And I know we come on late, and it's also, although it's a live radio show, it's also like, a podcast at the same time. From the standpoint that you can hear the show, we have archives. So if you have Spotify, if you have Apple Music, if you have Pandora, any music streaming platform, if you search for the Accelerated Radio Network, it'll have all the shows. It'll come on the day after the live show, but just for a little bit of convenience for you, you could tap in that way. So always just Google and search for Accelerated Radio Network, and you'll be able to see everything. Search for the takeover.
That's what I'm talking about. A+, man.
Yes,
That's what's
sir.
up, man. Well, look, man. I want you to tell everybody how they can get in contact. Through you, man. So they can, of course, check out the Takeover Countdown music show
Yeah.
where they talk about everything. They have like he said, they have a ball. They be having some fine women up there.
This nigga.
I be seeing what y'all have. I be like, I see my brothers, man. I
Right.
need to tap you where y'all have a grip of hoes up there.
This guy, he's a fool, dog. He's a fool. It ain't like that though, man. This ain't no. We having fun. We playing music, and we're coming together. You know what I'm saying? In the name of music and radio, man.
No,
But
that's
yeah,
what's
hey.
up, my brother.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Go for it, man.
yeah. What you gonna say, man? Follow me. A+A_+LA. That's PLUSLA. Follow my co-host G-Lo Smooth. That's Talk to Sauce. That's TALK, the number 2SOSE. Follow the big homie Quan. That's TOKINGBHQ. Follow the Takeover page. That's XL Takeover. That's ACCEL Takeover. And show some love, tap in. And this past Wednesday we had a special guest by the name of Popsky. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? He had talked about his new brand that he's a part of called Underground and whatnot. And his new project, I believe, is called Roll Up. You can find it on all music streaming platforms. I hope I said the title right. And this coming Wednesday, man, what we do, we have a special battle that we do, man. We got the 5 stages of hell. DJ Devious versus EJ the DJ. So it's gonna be a unique show within the takeover. A slight deviant away from the countdown that we do, but we bring 2 individuals together to battle it out with theme songs or whatnot. So, man, just follow the pages. You're gonna get more information on that. We're gonna have some special guest judges to go ahead and announce the winner and all that. So, yeah, man, Accelerated Radio Network, all music streaming platforms. The Takeover every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shout out to my guy, 321 Boom, man.
That's what's up, man. Hey, I see they asking a question, man. They asked him, has the Takeover show ever been nominated for an award?
It's a great question. No, we haven't. Have not been. You know what I'm saying? We on the grind. We still on the come up, man. We've been around for about 6 years. Went through a lot of changes. We started with 7 people deep, to the point where it was just myself. And you know what I'm saying? Now it's the three of us. So we still on the grind and we still on the come up. You know what I'm saying? We've never been nominated for an award. But man, we take all type of recognition, man. It'll definitely be an honor and a privilege.
It's gonna happen, brother. I'm gonna tell you like this. From this podcast, I'm telling you right now, I'm saying on the podcast, you will get an award, man. Y'all gonna get an award.
You know, I'm not necessarily in it for the accolades. I really do this for the love. I don't get paid to do the show. You know what I'm saying? I do this all straight for the love, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, you know what I'm saying? Any accolades that comes along, definitely gonna, accept it, But
That
definitely
part right
want to
there.
put it out there that, this is a love driven, venture. So there you go. There it is.
That's what's up, A Plus, man. Everybody, this is the 321 Boom podcast show,
Yes,
man.
sir.
All new. This is brand new. You already know. And what gotta say thank you once again to A Plus. This is not the last. We're gonna talk to him more. My man is out here grinding. He's doing this thing, and I cannot wait till I talk to him again on this platform on my podcast.
Right.
And I shout out to everybody that tuned in today. I appreciate everybody tuning in.
Salute.
And my brother A Plus, man, yeah, hit me up, brother. I got you too, man. Anything, man.
Most
And I'm
definitely.
gonna see you that menu. I'm gonna see you that menu too, my brother.
Much appreciation, man. I'm gonna tap into the Cash App for sure. I
All
need
right, for
that.
sure, man. That part right there, man.
Most
I'm
definitely.
gonna talk to you later, my brother.
Yes, sir. All right,
All
peace.
right, for sure, man. Peace. Yes, sir. Yes. Another one bites the dust. Yes, another one bites the dust. Shout out to, before I get off this live, man, shout out, of course, my brothers up in here, Gary Young, Chris Bird, man. Then shout out to everybody that's tapped in. You know, Momo, I see you, Momo. Monica, shout out to her. My brother Darrell, man, G9, I see you, man. Everybody, man. Brandon Marquise, man. Man, shout out to everybody, man. Will, I see you, Will. Will G Flow. There we go. OG, Marvel, man, for sure, man. I appreciate it. Everybody, man, tapped in, for my, of course, my podcast. All right, and like I said, if y'all, what's going on? I see you, Keena. I see you. What's up, baby girl? I see you too. Uh, like I said, man, this is 321 Boom Podcast. Shout out to my brother A Plus. I need to follow him right now. Follow A Plus, man. One of the dopest cats I know. That's A_PLUSLA. Y'all need to follow him, okay? A_PLUSLA, man. On Instagram. I want to say all social media platforms too. So, All right, Sean. Let me get on out of here, man. The show is done. And I'm going to see y'all next Saturday, man. And, before I get out of here, Mario, Mr. Cheesecakes, DJ Big Mac the Boss on Facebook, YouTube page. All 4 episodes of my podcast is up right now. Yes, I'm excited. I'm so excited, y'all. So, oh yeah, hey, shout out. I don't know if he's still up in here, man. Gary Young, man, thanks for the shout out, man. My nephew did my haircut, man. So, yeah, man, I'm out here, looking fresh and nice, man. All right, y'all. Let me get on out of here. I see you guys next Saturday. And once again, follow my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to my Facebook. Man, go everywhere. Go to my Twitter, 321 Boom Twitter. Go to, of course, Can I Cook For You? Can I Cook the number 4 and another you? Twitter, Instagram. Mr. Cheesecake on Snapchat. Holla at your boy for sure, y'all. See y'all later. Peace out. 3, 2, 1, boom, podcast.